Hello and welcome to our introductory class to Canva. So it's going to be a very simplified video. We're going to be talking about the interface of Canva and a lot more. Alright, so first of all, we're going to be starting with this part over here. So when you log into your Canva on your device or web app, you'll be taken to this particular place. Okay? So this is the interface of Canva. Here you can see your recent designs over here. You can see templates, whiteboard, phone wallpapers. You can create templates like this. You can create graphs. You can create magazine templates, posters, presentation templates, videos, logo, mobile videos, photo and Facebook posts, YouTube ads. So all these are just templates that were available to you on your Canva app or design tool. Okay, so when you just come over here, you see your recent. These are my recent designs. Okay, then these are templates over here. So you can also have this tab. You can just view all this tab over here. Okay, see, just click on it. Just click on it, and you can also see your designs, your personal designs. Okay, so these are my personal designs. So we're going back, checking it. Then this is where you see your templates, or you see all templates that are available in Canva. Okay, so you click on it and you see templates, any type of template. Okay, any type of template. This is pitch deck templates, because I just recently did a pitch deck for a company. So any type of template, you can create search template for let's say Instagram posts, invitation template. You can see any type of templates. Okay, invitation for a birthday party or whatever. Social media post, you want to post on your social media. Okay, you can see beautiful templates. Okay, this one is pretty good. Okay, just see beautiful templates, right? Just go through them. Beautiful templates. So this is where you search for templates on Canva. This is where you search for templates on Canva. Okay, all right, moving on, we have our AI tab. We all know the recent rule with AI, so Canva has AI integrations. Okay, so on it, go to our AI tab. It's basically like a chat box or chat in Canva where you can create images, you can create videos, you can create designs, you can even code. Alright, so you can do a lot. You can create videos, short videos. Okay, you can create simple designs or logos using AI in Canva. Alright, so we're moving on to the next. Let's be talking about our side menu, this one over here. Okay, so we'll click on it. Okay, this is our menu or side menu in Canva. So you can see your account over here. If you have multiple accounts, see them have multiple accounts. You see your settings, what's new, your price and pricing, all those other things. Okay, so we'll just be skipping that for now. Then you can see your home page. If you want to go back to your home when you're in design, then your brand. Okay, this is where you have your brand kits, your brand templates, and your brand control. Okay, so your brand kits, you can see easily separate. Easily set up, manage, and grow your brand with all of your assets and everything in one place. So let's say you're working for a particular company or for your own businesses, and you have your particular brand color, your brand logo, everything about it. So this is where you just keep it, or you have your collection over here. You just set up your logos, images, and your existing design. Just store them on your brand kits. Okay, it's even useful for when you're managing multiple businesses. Okay, each businesses have their own logos and all that. Right. Okay, moving on. You can also see brand templates. Okay, you create a template for a brand, you can just reuse over and over again. Then brand controls, just colors, fonts, and all of that. So we're going back. We have apps. Okay, apps in Canva. These are AI powered apps where you can create AI images, audio, voiceover, content planner, product photos, and even mockups. You can also create mockups of your designs or your product in Canva. We'll be explaining that as the course progresses further. Okay, you're also seeing the Canva AI, like I explained earlier. It's just the same thing. You can do a whole lot with Canva AI. Okay, so this is your Ask Canva and your trash. So you can also see your recent designs over here. This is my personal account. That's why you can see a lot. But if you have your new account, or you've not done anything, you won't be seeing anything here. Okay. All right. Moving on. Let's go back to our homepage. Good. So next up, we have this. Okay. This part over here. So it's just basically the same thing. If you want to create a certificate, click on it. It just opens a design document for you. You want to create for social media, photo sheets, and all that. You can also even create websites with Canva. There's a whole lot. Okay? You can create a lot of things with Canva. So I'm just going to go back. I'm not doing that just yet. Like I said, you can see all your recent designs, and down here you see templates. Okay, so when you go onto the project tab, click on it, bottom part of the screen, you see all your designs, all your designs over here, your recent designs. Okay, all your folders, all my folders, templates, then all my designs, okay, over here too. Then all the images I've uploaded, just basically of everything you've done so far in Canva. Alright, videos too, and the rest. Okay, so everything you've done in Canva, videos too, and the rest. Alright, so move on down, you see the same thing, your folder, your designs, your images, and everything you've basically your gallery in Canva. Okay, that's your folders tab. You can also filter it's according to category, dates if you have those. Okay, category, or based on the category of the design. All right, so that's it for this part. Okay, you can also search for a particular design. Let's say I created content for a Canva masterclass. When I search for it, I'll be seeing it here. Good. So yeah, these are everything that has Canva masterclass in it. Okay, so that's it. You can also search for designs over here. Alright, so we're going to be going back and moving on to the next tab, which is templates. We're going to be discussing that before we come over to this plus icon. So which is templates. Like I said earlier on, this is where you can see all your templates in Canva. Okay, templates in Canva. You can search thousands of templates anytime. You want to create a logo, business logo, food logo, whatever, any type of logo. Okay, you can see templates in Canva anytime, multiple. This is just good. Okay, any type of templates in Canva. You want to create design for, let's say, your birthday. Okay, happy birthday design, simple happy birthday design. A lot of beautiful templates, beautiful ones over here, beautiful templates. Okay, search for anything you want and you see it. Canva has thousands of templates. All right, so that's this tab, and we're moving on to the plus icon. Okay, moving on to the plus icon. All right, plus icon at the bottom part of the screen. Now this is where you create a design document in Canva. If you want to create a blank design document in Canva, okay? You want to create a fresh page without necessarily using templates, okay? This is what you do. You click on the plus icon at the bottom, this plus icon over here at the bottom part of the screen, and you can now choose from preset sizes, okay? You can now choose from preset sizes, poster, certificate sizes, letter, resume, any size of design you want. You want to create Facebook posts, YouTube, book cover, magazine cover. You just click on any of these to get a preset size. Okay, if you don't know the size to use, all right, any size at all or any design at all, just click on it to get preset sizes for that design. Okay, you can also upload your images or your videos here too, and that's just it. Okay, now you can also use custom sizes in Canva. Okay, so if you want to create a custom size, okay, if you're creating a custom size in Canva, just click on this. Okay, and for this we're going to be using 180 by 180. Okay, there are different units. You can have your pixels, your inches, millimeters, centimeters, depending on the size of the design. Most of the time you use inches when you are creating for like very big designs, like let's say your banners and roll-up banners and 4x6 banners and all that. You use inches when you are creating designs for them. But for most mobile designs, social media designs, flyers and all that, use pixels. Okay, so we'll be using this is the default size for Instagram post square. As you can see, 180 by 180 pixels. Now let me share a very pro tip here. If you're using Canva free, when you export this particular design, when you are done, you now download the design, you won't get the full quality. Okay, the quality will just be at 80% when you download it with Canva free. Only Canva Pro users have the feature to download their designs at 100% quality. Okay, now so the trick to get this, or you want your designs to have that very crisp quality. Most people are saying, designs are very quality, it's so sharp, it's so this, it's so shiny and all that. To get that crisp quality in Canva, what you do is that you triple the size, or you x3, or multiply the size of the current design you're using. So let's say I'm using 180 by 180. Okay, so I'm going to triple the size by 3. Let's say 180 by 180 by 3. But mostly what I use is around 3000 by 3000 or 4000 by 4000. So this depends, okay? So I use 3000 by 3000. This gives me a very high quality. But when I export it, even when I use Canva free, the quality is always high or very sharp. Okay, so we're going to create our new designs. For Pixel, using Pixel because we're creating designs for mobile. But if you're creating designs for print and the rest, or depending on what the design you're trying to do or why your purpose of creating design. If you want to do it for print, use inches and millimeters and so on. So when we're creating the pixels, we'll click on create new design, and our design has loaded. Okay, so now this is the interface of the design tool, Canva, or design interface rather. Okay, let's just take this down for a bit. Let's not be too fast. Okay, so this is our interface in Canva. I think the sidebar remains the same. Like I was saying earlier on, the sidebar remains the same. Then create a new design, go home. So I'm just gonna go back on that. Alright. Let's start from the top. Let's talk about this 3 icon over here. Yeah. So when we click on it, we can give our design a name. Instead of giving it a title 3x3x blah 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 blah. Let's just give it a very good name. Let's say Canva tutorial or Canva class. You know, it's very good. Especially when you're sending your designs to your clients. You don't want it having untitled design 3000 by 3000 pixels. So you can just give it, let's say, invitation design for Mr. and Mrs. Bam, or social media design for Natchez Wash or Natchez Cuisine, anything, their brand name. So it makes it more professional. It looks more professional. Okay, you can also create new designs. You can upload files from here. You can resize your design. Let's say you're designing, you're almost done, and you realize, oh, I'm using the wrong design size. You can resize it, but this is just available to pro users only. How do I know that? You see this little crown icon over here. Okay, let me see if I can do that perfectly. Okay, this crown icon. Pardon my drawing. You see this crown icon over here. This tells you that it's a Pro 2 feature. Right, so you can view all pages. Click on view all pages. You see, if you have multiple pages, you can see all of them at the same time. Okay, just double tap and you go back to your single page. So you can view all pages, go to your settings. You can show page thumbnails. You see all those little things at the bottom here. This over here, these are the page thumbnails. But we're not going to be needing that. Okay, so we'll just uncheck it for now. So check that for now. Show timeline duration. This is when you're working with videos in Canva. Like I said, you can create images, videos, websites, Google Sheets, docs in Canva. So you're working with videos in Canva, you just edit, split, crop, and the rest. So that's how you do show page thumbnails. Okay. So we're not working with videos, we're working with design. So we're gonna check that and uncheck it. You can also add guides in Canva, but I recommend this for those who will be designing with their desktop Canva. It's very, very helpful. Okay, this kind of gives you guides to work with, so it kind of guide, like I said, to work with on your designs. Okay, it guides you. You will see the effects, or I'll explain you how you can use this as we start designing the subsequent classes. But we won't be needing this for now. Okay, so we'll just uncheck it. All right. So add guides, show your margins, your print bleeds, and all that. Okay. Moving on to accessibility, as Canva is saved or designs are saved, you can move this particular design to a folder. Okay. Let's say you're designing for a brand and you have a particular folder where you store all your designs, which is very ideal. Although I don't do that. But you have to do it. It makes your work more organized or coordinated. You just put it in a particular folder. Alright. Okay, you can also make a copy of the design. You can now download it from this tab. You can now share. Okay. Version history. You can move to trash. You can find and replace text. You can search analytics of a design. Let's say I have a design which I shared to the general public from my Canva, and I want to check how much people have viewed or how many people have viewed that design. Let's say template I shared. I want to know how many people have viewed the template. I can just use it. Okay, so let's implement and import design. So this is basically all of it about that. And we're moving over to the bottom part of the page. Over here. Okay, now we can see this. So I'll just scroll to the right. See them? So we're starting with our design. Okay, this is where we have templates which we can import into our Canva design. Okay, there's a lot of templates we can import. Okay, let's see, beautiful templates. Let's search for social media. Okay, okay, let's just import this. Let's just do this one. See, it's already imported into our design already, and you can start making changes. So this is where you get access to templates or inspiration or whatnot. Okay, on your design tab, you can also see styles. Okay, you can get access to colors. This is very helpful for beginner designers. If you don't know what kind of color palette or combinations to use, you can do it over here. Font sets, matching fonts, using the right font or font pairing, not pairing wrong fonts. Okay, these are good font pairs rather. You can also copy design styles from your recent designs too. Okay, and that's it on the design tab. Okay, moving on to next, we're gonna be going to the elements tab. Okay, the next one, element tab. All right, now this is where you get resources within Canva to import into your designs. Okay, you can see your recently used elements over here. You can import shapes of any size, of any type into Canva. A lot of shapes. Okay, lines too. You can import graphics, flowers, any type of graphics. You can even generate your own images, like I said, with AI in Canva. You can add stickers like this in Canva to your design. Okay, just click on it and it'll be added to your design. You can even add photos. Okay, I like this one. I'll just add it to my design. Okay, see, it's beautiful. So this is it. You can add photos to your design. Sorry, we'll go back. You can add photos, you can add videos, you can add audio. That's when you're working with audios on Canva. Chats, this is for those who want to use Canva for presentations, pitch decks, and the rest. polls and quizzes, you can also do that in Canva. Create polls and quizzes in Canva. You can create sheets, tables, frames, grids, mockups. Okay, we're going to be talking about frames. Let's see. Frames are where you import your images or you embed your images. Okay, let me just quickly show you how this works. Let's go to another page and let's import that frame. Okay, let's say I want an image. I want to put an image, but I want it in a circle frame. Okay, I just take the circle. Okay, this is a frame. Then I'll get my image. Let's use this image of this very pretty girl smiling at me. And if you notice, if I move, you see, this is the frame over here. This is the image. When I move it over it, you see, it automatically enters into the frame. And it has this circle. Let me remove this, make this background dark so you can see. It now has this circle shape. Alright? Let me detach it so you see what I'm saying. Okay, so this was the frame, circle frame. You can use any type of frame. Okay, you can use a circle, you can use a square, but any type. Maybe I want the image to be in a circular frame. I'll just take it. I'll import or select a circle frame over here. All right, and then I'll just put it, and then import my image over here. I just put it and import my image. I just move it over it and it's in already. Beautiful. Okay, we've digressed a bit, but we'll just continue. Okay, okay, right. So we're talking about frames. So this was basically it on the elements tab. You can also search for elements, different type of elements. Okay, anything on Canva. Elements. I want a ball, a balloon, anything you want. So you can see graphics on boards. You can see different type of anything you want to use for designs. Okay. So this one looks beautiful. See it? You can put straight without searching for. It's like your internal resource in Canva. Very, very helpful. This one makes design Canva a very simple to use design tool. Any type. You can see photos on boards, different kind of boards, videos. Okay, yeah, and that's just it. Even frames too, and audio. Just the list goes on. So we're gonna move in next from the Elements tab to the Text tab. Okay. And this is where you can add text to your design. Okay, you can add a text box. You can use Magic Writer's AI in Canva to generate. Maybe you want to write a story or anything, and you have no idea. You want to wish someone happy new month. You have no idea what to say. Just use the Magic Writer and get it. Okay. You can also have access to apps for text. We'll just be talking about this after class progresses. So this is an introductory part. So just make this as simple as possible. You can also have font combinations. Just play with this. Okay, so we're just gonna add our first text. Click on the text box and you'll see. Just leave it like this. Okay, we'll find our first text, your paragraph text. Okay. Alright. So we'll come back to that later. But let's just finish exploring this bottom part. You remember when I talked about brands? So this way you can access it from the designs. If you're designing for a particular brand and you want to get their fonts, their logos, their color, this is where you get it from. Okay. Moving on, you have uploads. Where you see all the images you've uploaded to Canva. Alright? All the images you've uploaded to Canva. Okay, these are my uploads, videos, audios, and the rest. So this is it. And next you have tools in Canva. I don't really use this much, but this is a pencil, I think. This is a shape tool. You can import any shape of your choice, a lot of varying type of shapes. This is a line tool. I don't know what it says, but okay. Well, this is what it does, but I don't know what it is. But when you have text, okay, like I said, easy access. Okay, we also have table. I think I can add tables in Canva, but we won't be doing that for now, so let's delete it. Okay, moving on from tools, we have our projects. Here you can have access to all your designs, folders, and images, videos. So this is it. We've talked about this earlier on in the video, so just moving on. Next, we talk about apps. I think I've introduced you to Canva apps. a lot of apps. AI generation, magic morph, creating images, background removal, AI images. We can create profile pictures in Canva. Can do a lot of things, slide makers, painting, a lot, just a different AI integrations in Canva. All right, so we're gonna move on. You have your Discover, okay, so you have access to all your Canva apps. And if you've used any or apps that you've used on Canva, this is where you get access to them. Let me just raise this up. So these are your apps. I've used most of these apps in my design server. You can see them here, okay. So any of the apps that you've used, we're going to be talking about how to use some of these apps too. I'll be teaching you in my subsequent classes how you can use some of these apps in Canva too. Alright, so we're moving on. Okay, from that we're moving on to the next, which is Magic Media. We've talked about that too, creating images in Canva. Alright, so skipping it, photos. This is where you can search for photos, any type of photo. Beautiful woman, a girl wearing pink shirts, any type, a ball, a guy, anything, any type of photo. This is your in library in Canva. I use this a lot. You can also search for backgrounds, okay? Any type of background you want to achieve. Flower background, house background, anything. Just search for backgrounds, landscape, pattern backgrounds, gradient backgrounds. I'll be talking about this in the subsequent classes. We'll just skip this for now. This is an introductory part. Okay, and that is not necessary. Alright, moving on, we're talking about text. Let's go to our text, okay? So we have our beautiful text over here. So when we click on it, you noticed that the tab changed. This tab over here, it's changed, okay? It changed. You're now seeing something like edit font and the rest. So let's start with it. So if you want to edit your text, let's say I don't like this, your part of text. I want to add my own text. I just click on the edit and your keyboard pops up and you can type in whatever you want. So let's just type in Canva design masterclass. Okay, it's double. Oh, so let's delete this. Let's just use this. Want to edit? Go back, same click on edit, and it's a Canva design masterclass. All right. So I've already changed this where you edit your text. Okay, you click on your text, then that's where this bottom part will be highlighted. You can also change your font. The font tab, click on this arrow up, you see all the fonts. Okay, click on the font tab, change it. All right, you can also search for fonts, import your own fonts. All right, so your font tabs, you see this little icon here, this little arrow thing over here. You can access your font variations. Let's say I want this to be extra light, I want it to be semi bold, I want it to be very bold. Okay, you can go between font variations. All right, so that's it on font. You can also have different text styles. Okay, you can also have your font size. Okay, this is where you now increase or decrease your font size. Okay, increase or decrease your font size. You can also do this with this little, this little circle icon over here. All right, you can just hold on it and drag to. All right, you can hold on the circle icon and drag to. You can also do this. Use this to increase or decrease your font size. All right, you can also change your font color. Okay, let's say click on this arrow up, brings it up. Let's say I want it to have this brown color. All right, so this is it. You can increase your font color. Okay, let's make this very bold. Okay, so you can also have font color. Then onto formats. Now this B stands for bold. Okay, bold. You can make it bolder. You can make it italic. Okay, I think this font type doesn't allow for italics. Let me look for the fonts. Let's use Puppet. Okay, I can show you how italic works. So on formats, okay, you can make it bold. You can make your text bold. So check that. You can make it italic. You can underline. You can stroke through. You can make all or capitalize all your text. Okay, just have to click that one, check. You can make it if you want to capitalize all your text in your text, just click on it and make all of them capitalized. Okay, now the second panel, which is this. Okay, second panel, which is this. This is your alignment, where you align your text. Currently this text is center aligned, this is left aligned, see it moves to the left, center, right, justified, just like your Microsoft Word. Just take it back to center aligned. Now if you want to give your text a kind of numbering style, let's say bullets, you have a bullet here, numbering style, okay, you have a bullet and you have a number. But we're not going to be using that, so we're just going to check it for now. I'm going to move forward. Okay, we talk about formats. Next we're going to go to slide spacing. So we have here letter spacing and line spacing. Okay, letter spacing, you create space in between the letters, so you can increase, okay, or decrease spacing in between your letters. That's for letter spacing. Now for line, that's the space in between this part over here. That's your line spacing. Okay, all right, so you can increase it or decrease it. Okay, brings the top and bottom line closer or decreases it. Okay, I'll be teaching you key tips on spacing as the class progresses. All right, so moving on, these are down to advanced tab. I don't really use much. Skip it. And we have effects. You can have a various effects to your text. You can give it a shadow and lift it, hollow design, just a lot of effects to play with. Okay, a lot of effects to play with. Okay, but we're going to be using none for now. And if you go on to this on style tab, if you go on to the shape tab, you can have another type of effects. You can make your design curved. Okay, if you click on it, you see it has this little curve stuff. You can just play with it over here to your taste. So, but we're not going to be doing that. You just make it none for now. Okay, move on to effects. We have an animate tab where you can animate your text. Okay, if you're working with videos, want to give it a little bit of animation, just animate. But no, we're not doing that, so we're just moving on. Transparency, you can make your text more transparent or reduce it, like let it fade in a bit. Okay, so that's it. Moving on to layers. Okay, now if I had multiple texts, okay, let me just use this to explain it. Okay, let's use this to explain it. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to use this to explain the layers. Okay, alright, layers tab. So we can scroll, move to the right. We have a layers tab. So when we click on it, we see all the elements in our design. We can see this. You can just click on it to just touch each of them. These are line, second line, notes to self, note. So if you want to select a particular a particular element in your design, you can use your layers tab to access that. Okay, you just see all your elements on your design. Okay, now moving on to position. Now let's say I want to take this I am strong, I'm capable, I want to move it backward. I don't want to sit in it, or I want to just take it to the back. Okay, this is where you have your position, or this is where your positioning comes into play. Just click on backwards and it's behind. Click on forward, you bring it to the front. Or to explain it better, let me just take this ball over here. Okay, now, okay, this is a ball. Okay, what if I want to just take, I want this ball to be behind this white rectangle. How do I do this? There are two ways to do this. Okay, you can use your positioning tool where you just move it to say backward. Okay, sorry, we are highlighting our, let's select it. We want the ball to go to the back, right? So select the ball, move to the position tool, and we'll take it backward, and you can see it's behind the white rectangle. We can also do this with our layer. Okay, you can see it's already on the layers tab. You can just move it. You just click and hold and just drag. Okay, you click on it, you hold, you see it begins to move. You click on it, hold, you just drag. I want it behind the white rectangle, so I'm just gonna move it behind or in between the right rectangle and just drop it over there. You see it's already behind the white rectangle. So this is how your positioning and layers to work. Now we're going to talk about the notch next. Let's say I want to this. I am amazing, I'm capable, I'm fierce. I want to push it a bit up. Okay, I'm trying to do it, but I can't really get the perfect, trying to do it, but just moving around. I want to get that particular, I want to move it to where I want it to be. Okay, I can use this notch too. It just gives you ability to kind of align or quickly push. And if you can see what's the effect, just quickly push it up or down. Okay, just follow the arrows. You want to take it down a bit, just click on it and tap. Or you want to move it to the right, or you want to move it to the left. Okay, so this is what the notch tool does. All right, and you can also use this if you have a good arm control. You can just use it, but Canva auto sets it to some kind of spacing. So if you want to achieve that particular spacing of your choice, that is when you use the notch tool. Okay, so I think we've done all for now. Okay, let's talk about the shape. So we're going to go to blank page, and let's we want to import anything to our design, or let's say you want to import elements. We're going to go to the elements tab. Remember, let's import a shape. Okay, all right, you can just use this little nudge thing over here to just pull and drag shape, whatever, or this one's over here. Okay, all right, so just you can pull, drag to this part, use this one, use this one, or this, or this. So let's just get a full page. Okay, and then when you click on the shape, the bottom part or the bottom menu also changed. Now you can see you can change the shape. You want it this one, circle, this or this. We're going to be working with the rectangle for now. You can edit, you can type in text into your shape, but I would not advise that. Yes, I would not advise that. I would advise it. So you can also change the color of your shape. Click this arrow up so you can view all, and just scroll any color you want. I want this one lighter, I want it black, I want this color, I want this. So just any color. Now you can add a style to your shape. Okay, or stroke. Different type of stroke types. You can increase the stroke weight. Okay, you can increase it, reduce it, increase it. If you're using this a lot, you just give effects, or give your design kind of effects when you're using shape, working with shapes in your design. All right, so this is it. Okay, this is style, and you can change the stroke color. Now we give it a stroke weight of 16 and the style. Now we can change the stroke color to anything we want. Let's say we want it black, or no, let's say we want it purple. Okay, so you see it has it now purple. All right, so we can also move on to corners. You can also give it a corner rounding. Let's say I want the corners to be more rounded, not so sharp. Okay, you can also give it more corner rounding. You can input more than 100. Let's say I want 200. Okay, cool. See, it's more rounded than before. Okay, so that's it on corners. So I told you I wouldn't advise you to use text on shapes because you can't have much editing or flexibility. So just keep all of this and all of this. You can also animate your shapes. Okay, animations, but we're not doing animations for now. We can also increase the transparency, of it. You can also see where it falls on the layers, or the layers tab for this page, and just positioning the same thing, and notch too. You can push it wherever we want. Okay. Now I want to explain. I think I skipped this on the positions tab. This is the arrange. Okay, I think I'll do this better on this. Let's go with this. So let me just use this to explain it for the positions tab. Okay. So this is the arrange where you can take it back, forward, to back, forward. This is the arrange. Then align. This is where you can. Let's bring this to the forward. Okay. Now this is where you can align any elements on your design, be it an image, shape, text. Okay. You all have this position and align tab. Okay. You can align it to the top of your design. You can see when I clicked on top. Okay. This is a very key, and it's a pro tip I'm giving to you, and I'll share more as class progresses. Okay, you can align it to the top, to the left. See, it goes to the left. Okay, can align to the middle of the page. Okay, they're already on the center. You can align to the bottom. Okay, move to the bottom. You can also align it to the right. Okay, if you want it bottom right, is there. If you want it top left, just click top and left. If you want it bottom, start on the left. If you want it to the right, move to the right. So just anyhow you want your elements to be. You can use it for a shape. You can use it for a and text. Okay, you can use it for image. So anyhow you want it. Okay, so that's just we're gonna do this. Okay. Okay, for those who know what I was doing, this is just the undo or redo button. This two things over here. Okay, the undo and redo button. So like Ctrl Z and Ctrl Y. If you want to undo, you just go back. Okay, it goes back to your previous actions. If you want to redo, it goes back to your current actions. So that's just it. Okay. Okay, so this is it. I think we've touched on everything so far. Okay, let's go to our image. Let's work on this image. Think image tools. Now when you click on an image, you notice that the tab auto changes. You see this replace. Sorry, let's start from here. This is replace section over here. You can just click on it. Maybe you want to replace this image with another one. Let's say I want to replace it with this guy. Okay, simple. Drag and drop. You just replace it. Now this is select where you can click on area to edit. Maybe you want to edit the background, foreground, so text. Just skipping that. Now these are just where you can just make little changes, edit your image a bit. I'll be teaching you how to edit your images, designs to make them pop or have that very shiny effect. Okay, as the class progresses when you will see that. Alright, so this is it. That's for adjust. So these are just effects. Then you can also remove backgrounds in Canva, but this is just a pro feature. Okay, simple, easy, just remove backgrounds in Canva. You see, I'm using Canva Pro, that's why I can do that. Okay, then you can also, this is Magic Studio. Okay, like I said, you can remove backgrounds in Canva, you can generate backgrounds, you can erase. Maybe I want to erase this particular part. These are those pro aspects of Canva. I'll just be skipping them. And you can also have filters. Okay, these are just filters for images. Give it different filters. Okay, for your images. Alright, so these are just filters. So we're gonna be keeping it on none. I like this fresco. So just keep it on this. That's cool vibes. So on effects, we can give our images shadow, a duotone effects. Okay, we're talking about this at class progresses. Then we can also have a blur effect. We can blur our image on blur. If we want a particular part to be blurred, we just use brush. And we'll just select a particular part. Let me increase the brush size. And select a particular part when I want this close to be blurred out. Just select it and it will blur out. Okay. You can now increase the intensity. I want it to be blurred out. I want everything out. The picture. See, it's blurred. Okay. So we're just gonna be doing this. Try to load. Okay, we're back. Alright, so back still on the text, we're talking about effects. Sorry. So blur, autofocus, face retouch. I don't really use that much, so just gonna skip it. But if you want, you can just go check it out. Same thing, apps in Canva, tracer, mockup your image. You can obscure your images, but that's a pro feature. Crop. Just check this out during your free time. And yeah, we can crop our images. Okay. We can zoom in, cropping our images. Maybe I just want to show this part. I don't want the clothes aspect to show. I'll just click on crop and I'll just crop that particular aspect. Okay. Can also rotate. Okay. Here I just use the rotate part. We're not gonna rotate it for now. See, we've already cropped our images beautifully. Okay. So one crop. Yeah. So you can just crop, and that'll be done. Click on done when you're done. And we can also flip our images. Flip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Okay. And also we can also give our images a style, a stroke style. So you want to have a stroke. Let's change the color so you can see what I'm talking about. So you see, you just give it a style. See? And that's just it. So we can animate our images too. Yeah, so many. We're not gonna animate anything for now, so we'll skip it. Okay, we can also increase or decrease the transparency of our images, and we also have layer positioning and the notch too. Okay, that is basically it. So I believe you've learned something so far from this class or this short tutorial. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.